Just over a year ago, I was hiring for a facilities management vacancy, looking after facilities management for these 5 sites that I have responsibility for. I found myself talking to HR, and the idea was put to me as an option, would I consider taking on 2 people with a learning disability on a job share basis. Initially, I was kind of sceptical, believing I would have to deliver more time in terms of training and support. We've got a part to play in delivering the Olympic Games. It's got to be done by a specific date, and then we've got to close down. So there's no downtime, there's no slacking, if you like. Every day is absolutely full on, every hour is measured out. So I took on 2 young guys to work in our facilities management team in central London. If anything, I really felt a wee bit concerned, a wee bit worried. Could they handle it? Would it be too pressured for them? And for my co-workers, my team members, how would it impact on them? But very quickly, within about a week and a half, 2 weeks, all those concerns evaporated completely. The 2 guys turned up for work, presented themselves really well, and just kind of got on with it.
It's quite often difficult for people to find work because employers did not quite understand how to talk to someone who had a disability, what adaptations might need to be made, or even how to go about finding someone with a disability. Argonaut was set up 2 years ago to provide facilities management services, which is things like cleaning, gardening, security, plumbing and electrical services. We are a company that operates on a commercial basis, but we specifically reserve all the posts for disabled people. The reason for doing so is because of the barriers that disabled people have in finding work. We quite often come across disabled people who go to college. They get all of the qualifications with plumbing, for example, but they can't get the work experience part which they need to finish off their plumbing qualification. So that's where we come in, and we provide that employment experience, which then means that they become fully qualified, and then they work for us as a fully qualified plumber.
We've currently been liaising with Shape Arts, who have been providing the Royal Opera House with our disability awareness training for a long time. And they suggested to us that we took part in their scheme whereby we employ young people with disabilities, so it's working with Shape Arts, and I think it's changed the whole sort of perspective on diversity. And there was one particular guy who stood out, and that was Theo, and we decided to take him on board in the box office.
Certain people with learning disabilities can do jobs that other people just say, oh, I'm never going to do that at all. And they can take pride in admin work a lot more than someone who would just sit down and think, oh, this is killing me and stuff. A person with learning disability might find it a lot more enjoyable. The most satisfying task I've found was stuffing the tickets into the envelopes and making sure they got to the right place, because you could get so much done in like so little time, and you're just like really pleased with yourself that they've gone all over England.
Some people would say that, well, Paul, initially you give them quite easy, menial tasks. Well, I would challenge that and say, well, actually those tasks are bloody important, absolutely key to any organisation. Somebody has to do these things, and to do it with pride and a bit of smile has spin-offs, and people see this and see that pride.
When you take on someone who has a learning disability, there's quite a lot of motivation or benefit, because you get people working together as a team who support each other when someone can't do one task but can do another. And then people tend to gel together as a team, which leads to long-term benefit.
Over the last year, I've had 2 guys with 0 downtime, not one day sick, no lateness. They're completely flexible and adaptable. At a personal level, it's made me more rounded, more open, and I think that's the kind of benefit that most people will derive.
I think Theo was, he was positive, it was all new, it was a sort of a new world to him as well. He loves chatting, so he got along with everyone in the box office, and because everyone sort of sits in close proximity, it was quite lively most of the time, so I think he sort of brought a sparkle to our little department.
If you take on someone with a learning disability, you have someone who's hardworking, loyal, will turn up on time, and will be able to work together with the team to really just gel people together. It will obviously enhance your corporate social responsibility, and it will make you feel good as an employer.
Everyone deserves an equal chance, no matter who you are. and you shouldn't look down on someone with a learning disability. Don't diss our abilities.
If other organisations have never taken on people with learning disabilities, I don't think they should have any concerns whatsoever, because at the end of the day, it's no different to employing new members of staff, because you still need to train them, you still need to give them support, and you still need to incorporate them into your organisation. And also, if you are doing it in liaison with Shape Arts, for example, there is great support there as well.
Don't be put off by the perception of learning disability as some kind of issue, because it's not. Just look beyond that title and see the person. You'll have roles within your organisations that can be carried out by anybody. Most roles are actually quite generic, don't need specialist skill sets, if you like. So I would completely endorse this. And obviously, looking ahead into the future, it's a scheme that I would be embracing for future hires in any job I do going forward.